What's going on, guys? It's SPT Killerwood coming at you again with another PS3 Finds episode. It's where I bring you the games that I find each week from PS3 from either Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp, Let Go, pawn shops, garage sales, flea market, yard sales, Gamestop, just any store that I can get my hands on PS3 games. Hopefully for the cheap. I'm trying to build my PS3 collection up to hopefully have all of them eventually one day, But yeah, so let's get started. The first two games I want to show you is what I got from eBay. And first up, we have the Afro Samurai. Just an awesome game. I was actually able to get this one for like $15. It looks brand new basically. It's got the slip cover and all that with it. It is complete. I'm trying to go for complete games. It's got the manual and everything that comes with it and all that. So glad to have this one. I used to have this game back when it first came out, as many of the other ones I used to have. But anyway, yeah, Afro Samurai, it's an awesome game. Glad to have it back in my collection. Next up is a game that I've been trying to find, complete. I could have easily just got the game by itself, but that is the Time Crisis 4, with the big box. It's kind of hard to find these. I had to get this off eBay as well. The seller had it for like 50 bucks and, I offered 35 and he took it. From what he says is, that it is complete, has everything with it, and he got it as a gift and never even played it. So yeah, if you open it up here and see, it's got everything with it. I like the way, it's just, I love the big box presentation. It's got the game, manual, all that's in there. I ain't gonna take everything out, but if I open this up, as you can see, it's got the gun with the cord and all that. Everything's in plastic, and then you got the sensors that goes with it, that goes on your TV. These things are still sealed and have never even been used. And then the instructions on how to do all of it are up underneath it. So yeah, I'm glad to get my hands on this. I hated having to pay the shipping, which you wanted like 15 bucks. So in total, I wound up paying like $50, but still, it's very well worth it because a lot of them that are on eBay are going for more. And there's even some of them that are a little bit cheaper that might be missing like the sensors, or, the box is just all tore up or whatever. So this one is in really, if I had to guess between 1 to 10, I'd say the box is probably an 8.5, a 9 out of 10. It looks really nice. So I'm glad to have that. And that was the two games that I got off eBay. The next set of games I'm going to show you is what I wound up getting off of a deal on Facebook. A guy wanted like 60 bucks for all these. It was a total of 17 games. And when I got there and started looking through all of them, one of them was actually missing the disc in one of them. So there's 16 games, 14 of them I needed, 2 of them I didn't, which those two, I'll just wind up putting back out for sale to try to recoup some of the money that I spent. But like I said, he wanted 60. What is my dog doing? He's acting crazy. Sorry. He wanted 60 for all of them. I talked him down to 40. So yeah, let's get started here. The first one that I have is the Bejeweled 3. Does have the slip cover with it, and all these games look really nice. So he definitely took care of what he has for the most part. He probably never even played this. He might have got it for a girl or something, or a child or something, who knows. But it doesn't even look like it's even been played, from as nice as it looks. But yeah, Bejeweled 3, I probably won't play it, but there's one that I needed. I had a copy of Borderlands 1, which I've already got, so that one will be going up for sale. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, I've already got the first one. I needed this one, so another Call of Duty in my collection. Next up is Madden 25, which I believe is the 2014 season game. I'm not really trying to buy sports titles, but if they come in bundles, like I said before, I'll go ahead and take them, and and then eventually, after I get the majority of what I need, I'll try to start tracking back down the sports titles, and hopefully they'll be cheaper. Next up is the Midnight Club LA Complete Edition. It's the greatest hits. As you've seen in my last video, I actually had another one of these, the original case and all that, so this one will be going up for sale. Next up is a copy of Mortal Kombat. Case is cracked. You know, the artwork here is just a little bit messed up. I mean, the book and the disc is fine. So, you know, I'll be looking for another case for that one to fix that one. But that was Mortal Kombat. Next up is the Naughty Bear Gold Edition. I've been actually looking for this one for a little bit, for a couple weeks now, you know, like in a store or something. Didn't really want to go to eBay to buy it, but he had it. That was one of the games that kind of drew me to this whole group as a game, because I seen this one. I was like, I got to get that Naughty Bear. So, yeah, it's the Gold Edition too, which is also awesome. Here again, another sports title, NBA 2K13. Not much to say about that. And then we have the NBA 2K15. Another game that kind of surprised me when I looked it up to see how much it was this one, Plants vs. Zombies. You know, I did look up each one of them to see how much, you know, they were basically selling for, you know, between GameStop and eBay and all that. But on GameStop, they got this one for like $25. So I don't know if it's just a rare, you know, hard to find PS3 title or what. But yeah, I mean, for $25 that I didn't have to pay for that. I mean, you know, that's pretty awesome. Next up is the Shaun White skateboarding. Never played this one. I used to play some of the Skate back in the day, but I know he's got this one and he's got a snowboarding game, so we'll see. Next up is SOCOM 4. I did have this one when it first came out. You know, got the platinum on it. It's an awesome game. You know, it's unfortunate that the SOCOM series just kind of went downhill a little bit once the PS3 came out. It might be time for Sony to say, hey, you know, let's reboot it or something and just make a really another kick-ass SOCOM game. Next up is the Sonic Ultimate Genesis Collection. You know, I even bought this when it first came out. You know, it's got all this Sega games on it. It is sealed, except for this little spot right here. It's kind of come a little bit loose, but I mean, it is sealed. It's never been opened. Minus that one little tear right there that I just now noticed. Oh well. I'll probably go ahead and open it anyway. Next up is the Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13. The only golf games I liked were the Hot Shots, so I won't never even probably play that. Next up is Twisted Metal. You know, I never really was into the Twisted Metal series, but I mean, I know they're good. You know, they're a good game, but it just never really was too much for me. But yeah, Twisted Metal. Next up is the WWE 13. I think this might have been the last one, maybe 14 or so, before they started actually calling it the 2K series, before 2K bought the rights to it. But yeah, gotta love some CM Punk, right? And that was all the games that I got from that Facebook deal. Next up is some games that I got from GameStop today, actually, matter of fact. Just some cheap games, you know, nothing really too crazy. Some good games, though, nonetheless, you know, from back in the day. But, you know, they were cheap. You know, all of them were less than, you know, like $7. A lot of them was like $2 or $3. So I picked them up. You know, why not? You know what I'm saying? Because you just got to get them. You know what I'm saying? But first up is the Crysis 2. Crysis 2 has always been a really good game. Even to this day, man, the graphics still hold up really nice on these games. Next up is Dungeon Siege 3. You know, another dungeon crawler. I actually tried to play this when it first came out and got a little bit of time into it, but not too long. Just so many other games came out, you know, around it or whatever that I was playing, so never did get a chance to actually dive into it really much. Another game is Killzone 2. Gotta get all this nastiness off the case. But yeah, I hate the GameStop stickers. But Killzone was an awesome game. Shadowfall was okay, but Killzone 2 and 3 were really good. So yeah, didn't find 3. They didn't have it. Next up is the Mod Nation Racers. You know, this is like Sony's answer to like Mario Kart, which the premise was really good. I mean, the thoughts of what you could do in this game, how to do it, you know, make the tracks, you know, customize all your karts. I mean, they had a lot of stuff really going for this game. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, it just didn't pan out the way they wanted it to. And, you know, it just, I don't want to say it flopped, but yeah, kind of technically. But I mean, it was really awesome concept. It's a shame that you know, it didn't do better than it did, because they actually used like the character creations from like Little Big Planet and all that to do it all. But it was awesome. I mean, I still like it, even though it is what it is. Next up is the PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Here again, it's like Sony's answer to Smash Brothers with all the you know, Sony characters throughout their games. It wasn't too bad. It didn't get good reviews, but it wasn't too bad. Another game I got today was Pure Football Authentic Soccer. Only reason why I got this game was it was 79 cents. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? 79 cents. And it's gonna be one of the games that I'm gonna need. So, you know, instead of trying to hunt it down later on for however much it's gonna cost me, I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and pay 79 cents to go ahead and get it now. You know, all my games are complete. I try to go for the complete games, manuals or inserts, you know, everything with it. So next up is Remember Me. I don't really know too much about it. Never did play it when it first came out. And yeah, so I'll give it a whirl and see how it is. Next up is Syndicate. There's another game, you know, I didn't really play too much or even actually play at all. A lot of these games, you know what I'm saying, I just kind of passed on back then when they were all coming out. Just because I was tired of playing other stuff. So who knows, I might get to it. If not, you know, it's okay. Next up is the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. This game was actually free on PlayStation Plus a while back. I do have the Plus version of it, but, you know, got to have all the physical copies. So this one was like $3. So went ahead and got that. Next up is the Bureau, the XCOM Declassified. Now, this was a game that got really good reviews, but there again, I just never did play it, you know, when it came out. So I'm actually going to go back and play this one. It's pretty cool, too, because it has a slip cover, and it's got all the stuff that was inside of it with it. And so I'm glad to get this one, because, you know, a lot of times trying to find these games with the slip covers, you know, a lot of them, you know, it's almost non-existent. Next up is a really awesome game in Valkyria Chronicles. You know, they remastered this for the PS4. Eventually, I'll go back and get the PS4 version. And the new game of it's supposed to be coming out, you know, I don't want to say soon because I don't know quite what the release date is, but they got a new one coming out, you know, Valkyria Chronicles 2. It's a really awesome RTS game. You know, the art style, the animation is really nice. It's a really cool game. Next up, a game I've been looking for is White Knight Chronicles 1. You know, I can always find it like in the made case, or even if I see the original case, it's just sometimes just so destroyed that it's just not worth getting, which I didn't notice this till I got home, but like apparently Gamestop had their sticker on the inside on the cover art, so now I got all this junk. And so probably I'll just wind up trying to find another one to replace the cover art with, because that stuff's probably going to wind up tearing off. I mean, you can see right there, that's on the inside, not the plastic. But anyway, White Knight Chronicles 1. And then the girl was like, hey, I got White Knight Chronicles 2 if you want it as well. I said, well, how much is it? So it was like $9.99. So I got this one as well. Now, if you actually bought this one, you actually got a digital copy of this one. But, you know, like I said, I'm going for all the games, so got to get the the physical as well. So White Knight Chronicles 2, don't know much about it. I mean, I know it's an RPG, but I just don't know too much about what's going on in the game. And last up is XCOM Enemy Unknown. I believe this is an RTS. Never had played too many of the XCOM games, so might have to dive into that and see what's up with this. But yeah. So like I said, guys, all these games were kind of cheap, you know, within a matter of several dollars to the White Knight Chronicles being like $10. But, you know, it adds up to my collection that I need, and, you know, I don't know how many games that is without counting them all together. But yeah, so, you know, this will conclude, I believe this is episode 2 of what I've found. And, you know, until next time, guys, you know, I hope you like what you see. You know, I'm going to try to bring these videos out to you each week. Sometimes I might not be able to, just in case if I don't. You know, you got to have money first to be able to buy the game. So if I don't have the money or whatnot to be able to put in for some, you know, don't stress. You know, Killer Will always be there trying to make these videos for you to show you how my collection grows. You can watch it grow as it grows from me in front of my eyes. But yeah, if you like what you see, you know what I'm saying, please, guys, hit that subscribe button, you know, hit that notification bell, leave a comment, let me know what you like, what you don't like. And until next time, guys, I'm SPT Killerwood, and I'm out.